You doing today? I'm super excited to be live here once again. Today we'll be discussing a very interesting topic. Very interesting topic. This is the major reason why a lot of people have not been able to transfer their wealth successfully. Yeah, and we all know that money without proper financial intelligence is money soon gone. Money without proper financial intelligence is money soon gone. That's what Robert Kiyosaki said. And now that we understand that money without a proper financial intelligence is money soon gone, this is why you and I need to educate ourselves on the topic on the subject of money. Educate ourselves on the subject of money. The more you are educated on the subject of money, the wealthier you become. When money gets into your hand, the decisions that you make concerning that money will determine your destiny. It will determine your destiny. Your life today is the sum total of the decisions that you make yesterday. If you must change your life, then you must change your decisions. You must make more of right and quality decisions. More of right and quality decisions. And that's why we are discussing how to retain, transfer, and sustain wealth through estate planning. How to retain, transfer, and sustain wealth through estate planning. We really have a long way to go on this topic. This is a topic that people don't really lay emphasis on. They don't really lay emphasis on it. So if you're joining us, can you tell us your name and the city you're joining us from? Welcome. Can you tell us your name and the city that you are joining us from as we dive into the topic for tonight, which is how to retain, how to transfer, and sustain wealth through estate planning. First, what is estate planning? What do you understand by the word estate planning? If you know the definition, you can type it in the chat box. When you hear the word estate planning, what comes to your mind? What comes to your mind? Anyone on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, anyone? Estate planning. Anyone? What comes to your mind? Let me check people on Facebook. Let me get their feedbacks. People on Facebook. What comes to your mind when you hear the word estate planning? What comes to your mind? Okay, let's dive into it. Estate planning is ensuring that your wishes are carried out both during your lifetime and after you are gone. Estate planning is ensuring that your wishes are carried out. Your wishes are honored when you are alive and after you are gone. Hmm. Hmm. It is more like setting up a trust rather than just a will. That is estate planning. Estate planning ensures that your wealth is transferred to the next generation while you are alive and while you are gone. This makes provision for proper transfer of your wealth even before you go, before you die. It reduces conflict amongst family members. It includes everything from your home, your savings, your personal items, your properties, your jewelry, everything you own. How to transfer it even while you are alive. How to see, there was a post I saw by Dr. Nia Adesanya. He said that so many that on that video A lot of wealth, a lot of people that have created wealth, they can easily transfer to the second generation, but the third generation is rare because most people squander their family wealth. They squander their family wealth. And having a proper knowledge on estate planning will help you to transfer your wealth even before you are gone. It will help you to teach your children the values needed to sustain the family wealth, and also to grow it to the next generations, and keep on growing it. And that's why we are teaching this. It also takes care of situations where you might become unable to manage your wealth, to manage your affairs due to, old age could be one, health issue, you know, a lot of things. Life is unpredictable. Anything can happen at any time. Anything can happen at any time. And one key part is having a trustee. Having a trustee, or getting a financial institution, a trust institution that helps you manage your wealth and also helps you to distribute it according to your own instructions. That's that. So let's move on. Trust. Now, having a trust can also help you to avoid lengthy legal process of probate, and potentially reduces estate tax. We help you to reduce every lengthy legal processes. It will help you to reduce legal battles between families when you're gone. What is common amongst people is, especially in Nigeria, is having a will, a will, a will, and will alone cannot help you transfer your wealth successfully. Some people will squander your wealth if will is the only thing that you know. So now let's move on to the next. Let's move on to the next, which is common misconceptions about estate planning. Common misconceptions about estate planning. Number one is, what a lot of people believe is that estate planning is wealthy. Estate planning is only for the wealthy. That's a misconception on estate planning. What I want you to understand is that in reality, it is not only for the wealthy. It is for anyone who wants to ensure that their assets, no matter how big or small, they are handled accordingly to their wishes. They are handled according to their wishes. It's as simple as that. It's not just for the wealthy alone. It's for everyone, no matter what you own. How to ensure that, okay, whatever you own is transferred to the next, generation. When even before you die, when you are still alive. That's number one. Number two is, another misconception is, people do say, I am too young. I am too young to worry about estate planning. I'm too young to worry. You are not too young. Remember that life is unpredictable. Life is unpredictable, and having a plan in place will ensure that your loved ones aren't just left scrambling if something unexpected happened to you. They are not just left confused if something happened to you. So you're not too young. Get yourself a trust, either through an institution or through someone that you trust, a trustee. Number three misconception is that my family will automatically know what to do. Your family will not know what to do when you are gone. When you're gone, they will not know what to do. There will be a lot of fights. So don't fall for the scam of your family will know what you do when you're gone. No. You yourself, it is your duty to even start, it's your duty to have a trust while you are young. because the future is filled with surprises. You don't know what can happen at any time. Without a clear plan, your loved ones may face confusion, disagreement, fight. Some people even used to kill themselves because of this family property of a thing. They kill themselves. And also, all your accounts, having a trust will help you. Your trustee will help you distribute them. It will help you to keep, your trustee will help you to keep a proper documentation of everything that you own. And your trustee will also honor whatever wishes you want when you are gone and when you are still alive. So an estate plan helps you to avoid legal battles. We all see what is going on when the one of the owners of Access Bank, Albert Wigwe, when he died, you can see the legal battle that is going on. You can see it. There is a lot of legal battles going on between the family concerning what he owns. So having a trust and updating that trust often will help you. So don't just think that your family will automatically know what to do. In fact, some people, if you know what they do, if you know what they do just to inherit their family wealth, when there's no any trust, some people even they kill themselves. They kill themselves. So for you not to fall in that aspect, you've got to have a plan. Failure to plan is planning to fail when you're gone. So you got to plan. Number four misconception is a simple will is enough. A simple will is enough. While a leave is an essential part of estate planning and specifies how you want your assets to be distributed after death, it doesn't address other crucial aspects such as trust, healthcare, directives, and power of attorney. A comprehensive estate plan covers these broader issues to ensure your wishes are fully respected during and after your lifetime. Hmm. A simple will is never enough. What is common amongst people is their will, and not knowing that your will is not enough. Your will is not enough. You've got to have a trust, and your trust consists of what I've listed tonight, which is both your will, power of attorney, and having a trust. Everything you need to transfer your assets and your money, everything you own, your properties, your belongings, your items, a trust helps you to transfer them successfully. Having a trust gives you peace of mind even while you are alive. You know how your wealth will be distributed, and it has already, in fact, a trust has already been created for your children and whoever you want to inherit your wealth. So that's why it is good to have a trust and not just a will. So let's move on. Let's move on. We have a whole lot to cover concerning this matter on how you can transfer, retain, and sustain your wealth. Let's move on. So now let us discuss about the key terminologies in estate planning. Number one is beneficiaries. We all know what beneficiary is. Is that person that benefits from your estate, your assets, your belongings. That's who a beneficiary is. Then number two key terminologies of a good estate plan is probate. Probate. This is the estate final checkup to ensure everything is in order before distributing the assets to whoever you want to inherit your wealth. That's what probate is. Now let's move on to number three. Number three is executor. 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 Executor is the person that you yourself have appointed to carry out your wishes as outlined in your trust. In your trust. This individual is responsible for managing the probate process, paying off your debt when you are gone, distribution of your assets to the beneficiaries. This executor must be trustworthy. The executor must be trustworthy. Now, number four terminology is trust. This is a legal arrangement that allows a third party known as a trustee to hold and manage assets on your behalf. Assets on behalf of your beneficiaries while you are alive and when you are gone. So, a trustee provides for beneficiaries over time. It could be having a trust for your children, it could be having a trust for the charity you're supporting, it could be having a trust for the education of your children when you are gone. It could be having a family trust to cater for those that are dependent. Now let's move on. Number four. Number four terminology that you should take note is power of attorney. A power of attorney is a legal document that grants someone the authority to make a decision on your behalf. Simple. Is a legal document that shows the person that you have given the authority to make a decision on your behalf. It's as simple as that. Especially in those days when you become incapacitated, those days when you are weak, those days when you are admitted to the hospital and you can't make decisions on your own. It could be medical decision or financial decision. So that's what power of attorney is. Now, number six is trustees. Trustees is a person or institution responsible for managing your trust according to the terms that you have stated. It is a person that is in charge of acting on your behalf. It's a person that is in charge of acting on behalf of the interest of your beneficiaries. That's trustees. So I believe that you've been able to grab the six terminologies in estate planning, which is number one, I listed beneficiaries. Number two, probate. Number three, executor. Number four, trust. Number five, power of attorney. And number six is trustees. Trustees could either be an institution or a person. It's as simple as that. Now let's move on. Let's move on. Understanding different types of assets. Understanding different types of assets. Understanding different types of assets in estate planning. Number one type of asset is your personal property. Your personal property could be things you own. It could be your refrigerator, your washing machine, your cooker, your jewelry, everything you own. That's personal property. Then number two is real estate. Real estate. It could be your residential property, the one that you're earning. It could be your Airbnb, the one you're earning rental income from. Short lets. Nigerians, we understand short lets. Diasporas understand Airbnb. So that's for real estate. It could be the lands that you have bought in any developed location or developing location, or any farmland that you own. That's that on real estate. Now, number three type of asset is financial account. All your bank accounts, either your crypto account, your bank account, everything that contains your account. That's another type of, management. And don't forget that your trustee must be someone or an institution that you trust well enough to handle the management of your assets. Is nothing else than management of your assets on behalf of your beneficiaries. Simple as that. Simple as that. Now let us really differentiate the difference between a will and a trust. A will and a trust. What most people are familiar with is a will. And a will only covers what happens when you are dead. And trust is what happens while you are alive, how your wealth will be transferred to the next generation, what will ensure that your wealth is not just squandered. Do you get it? So that's why it is very important that you understand how to build a trust before you die. While you are young, you need to have a you need to have a trust. You need to have a trust. All what you have worked hard for, if all what you have worked hard for was just written in a will, when you are gone, it will be difficult for your wealth to be passed to the next generation. They might even cheat your children or your family. Some of your other family members might even come and chance your children. Do you get it? So that is why it is very important you understand how to retain wealth, how to transfer wealth, and how to sustain it through understanding a trust. And having a proper understanding of a trust simply means that you have a broad knowledge of estate planning. Estate planning, this is what most people don't understand. So you must understand estate planning. Estate planning is not just real estate alone. It covers your personal property, which is your belongings, your items, your jewelry, your gold, everything you own in your home, anywhere. That is your personal property. I listed that already. Then number 2 is your real estate property. Then number 3 is your financial account, your crypto account, everything concerning your money. You need to have a trust, and you can do this through someone you trust or an institution, a trust company. Do you get it? So let's move on. Difference between a will and a trust. Number 1, a will has no asset management. A will is just what you just write, just a document that you just write, and that's all. That when you are gone, then what you wrote in the will be distributed. But the process will be so long. It goes through probate. And you know that anything that involves probate, that is going through the court, it takes a lot of time. It consumes more money. It is very difficult to access. So that's for wills. But a trust avoids probate. Trust avoids probate, it avoids court process. While you are alive, you have already distributed your wealth. The amount it will take for your kid to start their education till their masters or their PhD degree has been written down already in your trust. That is why a trust is important. So that when you die, you will not just leave your wife and your children suffering while you have something somewhere. Having a trust helps you to keep a proper record of your wealth, all you own, your wealth, all you own, your assets, your liability, everything. That is why you need to have a trust. It's far better than having a will. Then another difference between a will and a trust. A will covers after death only, while a trust during your lifetime, while you are alive, you have already distributed your wealth. You know how you have taught your children, your family members, the principles of sustaining wealth, transferring wealth, and retaining it to their next generation. Even when you are gone, when your children is gone, the same thing you taught them, they will teach their children, and it will go on like that and like that and like that. Do you get it? So that's that. I believe you got this. 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 Kindly share to your friends. Kindly share to your friends. Kindly share to your friends. Now, let us now talk about types of trust. Types of trust. Number 1, we have education trust. Education trust covers both tuition fee of your kids from their childbirth, or from when they start going to school till they are done with their education. That's for education trust. Now, number 2 is charitable trust, for those that are philanthropists, those that love to give back to the world. Education trust covers donations and some of your philanthropic projects. That's what charitable trust covers, rather. Education trust covers the education of your kids. Charitable trust covers the philanthropic projects that you want to be doing, the donations, church, or to motherless babies home. That's for number 2. Number 3, We have family trust. Family trust covers inheritances, support for dependents, support for those that you feel okay, even when you are gone, you still want to be taken care. It could be your elder sister, it could be your uncle, it could be your aunt. Those that you feel that they are important to you, those that you still want to be taken care of. So you can also have a trust for them, which is called family trust. Then number 4 is living trust. Living trust. A living trust is asset management company. Having an asset management company. Having an asset management company to manage your living expenses when you are incapable, when you are incapacitated, which is when you can't even make decision on your own. So a living trust helps you to make decision. The institution or the person that is in charge of your living trust makes decision for you, both your financial decision or your medical decision. Simple as that. That's what living trust covers. It's as simple as that. For some people, they don't want institutions to manage their living trust for them. Some people might just use maybe they are either their firstborn or secondborn to manage their living trust for them, which is fine. Living trust covers more of someone that you can trust. As simple as that. Now let us move on. What are the roles of trustees? Roles of trustees. Number 1 role of a trustee is to manage your assets while you are alive. While you are alive, manage your trustees while you are alive. Obey the rules, obey the orders that you have honored, the orders that you have put that you have penned down in your trust, that okay, these are the people that I want to benefit from this and this and this that I own while you are alive and when you are gone. Even when you are gone, you don't need any probate, you don't need any court order to go and be verifying your document and all of those things. No, they manage everything. That's managing assets, asset management rather. Number 2 is following instructions. Trustees follow instructions. If you give an instruction on your trustee that okay, this is what and what I want to go to my firstborn, this is what I want to go to my secondborn, this is the exact amount I want them to spend for school each year, education each year. That's what that trustee will honor. Either a trust, either an institution or a person that you have, that is helping you with your trust. Number 3 is communicating with beneficiaries. Trustees communicate with your beneficiaries. They are closer to your beneficiaries because what's their job? Their job is asset management. And if you are managing someone's assets, you must be communicating with those beneficiaries of the assets. Simple. Number 4 is handling tax and legal requirements. Trustees handle your tax on your assets, and they also handle your legal requirements. Those parts of the tax part, the tax part of your trust. If they can't handle it themselves, they get professionals like accountants to help them file for their tax. Simple as that. So that's that. So let's move on. 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 Let's discuss about asset and liabilities. Now, when it comes to trust, having trust. So now, having a trust, your asset, you have a list of assets, and then there's a list of liabilities. They will ask you for all those, the assets you have and the liabilities so that even when you are gone, your assets will be used to pay for your liabilities until you have settled all your liabilities. Until you have settled all your liabilities before they can now start paying your beneficiaries. I believe with these few points, you'll be able to understand how you can retain, transfer, and sustain your wealth while you are alive and while you are gone. If you are just joining us, if you are just watching this video, can you understand that you don't need to grow old before you have a trust? You can start now. Start now. Go get a trust. Approach a trust institution or get a trustee, someone you can trust, to manage your assets and your liabilities. That is what a trust is. We can equally say that a trust is the management of your assets and your liabilities while you are alive. The management of your assets and liabilities and honoring of whatever instruction you have given to them. Management of your asset and liability and honoring your instruction of things you need to give to your beneficiaries while you are alive and while you are gone. It's as simple as that. I believe with this 3 point of mind, you've been able to understand how to retain, transfer, and sustain wealth through estate planning. And that is simply what estate planning is. Not just your property alone. No, it covers everything that you own. And all you own is your assets. Simple as that. Thank you for watching and do have a wonderful evening. And Palumi Audia, real estate expert. If you are looking at investing in real estate, you can reach out to us on 081 011 56057. We have properties in Lagos, Abuja, Ibadan, Port Harcourt, Benin. Thank you once again for joining and do have a wonderful